morning and welcome to the SRAM Tour of the Gila. You can hear the bells ringing, crowd building. Great day to be a bike racing fan, Michael.
Yeah, it's Christmas here in New Mexico. Again, another beautiful day. Perfect weather. Temperatures in the 60s. Not much wind right now. I know these guys are having a tough time in this course. It's about 100 feet of climbing per lap at least.
Yeah, so we're right in the wheel pit. Actually, this is one of the better places, I think, to come watch the races. Check out what the mechanics do. I would imagine this will be pretty active here today.
Yeah, they said they've only changed one flat so far this morning, so hopefully it's not active. That's what, you want these guys not to be busy. That's the real wish of a race. You want every rider to have a perfect experience.
We can talk about history, and we can also look forward, Michael, as we have a look at the young Garmin riders and the Trek Livestrong. It has been really a phenomenal week for American cycling, hasn't it?
It has. We've talked about it. I've mentioned it on the Road Diaries on SRAM's website, that this is really an opportunity for riders to rise. The legacy of this race is really putting forth these riders, presenting it to the sport and saying, hey, I'm here and I want to be part of this, for the long term.
Last year it was Taylor Phinney winning the sprint. It's going to be another bunch kick today, isn't it? No break stays away.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, if a guy's good enough to go for one lap, maybe, but no break's going to stay away. I don't anticipate men's or women's. They're not going to let it happen. They want to sprint. All these fields do.
Carla Swart was a good friend and a colleague and a competitor with a majority of the riders in our field today. She was killed in a training accident in January in her homeland of South Africa. She won on that finish line 2 years ago. Where your wheels are right now was an incredible moment for her. Let's remember that. I'm going to send you out on a neutral lap, ladies. And please, let's remember how brave these athletes are and what they are up against out there. And certainly, losing Carla Swart has impacted this sport dramatically. She rode
We have 12 staff here. We have both drivers and mechanics with each vehicle. We have 4 Volvos, and then we have 2 motorcycles. So for each of the pro men and women's fields, we have 2 Volvos and then a motor. We have 10 rear wheels and 8 front wheels on inside each car, and then we also have wheels on the bicycles, and we have 15 bicycles here. We're using the Zip 404, the 303, we have the 101s, and then we also have the Carbon Firecrest 404 wheels here. We're using the Specialized bicycles. We have the S-Works SL3s, and then we have a few of the SLs that we carried over from last year. The full range of Force, Rival, and Red. Some people wishing they had Apex 32s here on their rear, mostly on Sunday, I'm sure. Most of the time we're helping to reassure riders that their bikes are good to go, mostly in advance of the stage. We're always there an hour before the start of the race, just as today. We're there through the final event of the day, and so we're helping people with their bikes. If they've crashed, we help rebuild them, get them ready to go for the next day.
I mean, everyone should have been watching the lap board, and I think I was just lucky I didn't get confused, and maybe I took advantage of that, but I came off with a win, so I'm pretty stoked.
You know what? It came down to a fantastic sprint. The guys who who listened to you, heard you coming around that final turn, knew exactly what was going on. It was a beautiful sprint. It was a great win, another great win for the youth squad, Trek Livestrong.
Well, you know, when does it become just bizarre that they're able to continue to replicate this? Last year, Taylor Finney. This year, Joe Lewis, just like yesterday's time trial. Amazing.
It's a repeat, just with different players. It's the same play. Just, yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. And that was a long sprint. It's an uphill sprint. It's kind of a headwind sprint. And that was a little guy with a lot of power.
Yeah, no kidding. And then on the women's side of things, we talked a lot about Clara Hughes. Well, she backs that up for us, doesn't she?
She can sprint, she can climb, she can time trial. Wow.
Tomorrow, the Gila monster. I'm actually amazed. We're sitting here 6 o'clock. These guys are going to be racing again less than, about 12 hours from now.
Yeah, I don't know any of them are, hopefully they get a good night's sleep. That's all I can say. Some of them I know haven't been sleeping so well at altitude. We'll see. But the guys who recovered are the guys who are at the top of the, top of the food chain here, top of the standings.
Hey, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Michael won't. He's going to be joining you tomorrow from up in Pinos Altos. But I certainly hope you've had a great time enjoying this coverage. I know I've had a great time with you, Michael.
Dave, hey, thanks for making it for us. Thanks for setting this all up. I'll do the best I can to fill in tomorrow. Appreciate all your efforts. And we'll see you probably down the road, maybe Tour of California and other things like that, okay?
Great, absolutely. So everyone, thanks a lot for supporting bike racing. And we look forward to seeing you at a start line soon.
There are your top three on the day: Joseph Lewis, Alejandro Barajo, and Aaron Kemps. Oh, what a fine looking podium.